Hello students, this is Sanjana from Computer Science Department. In this class, we are going to discuss about path products and path expressions. So if you observe here, the path products and path expressions, here this is the concept of the motivation. Here in this path products and path expressions, flow graphs are being an abstract representation of the programs. Any question about the programs can cast into an equivalent question about an appropriate flow graphs. But most software development, testing, and debugging tools use the flow graphs analysis for the techniques. That is, the flow graph is the basic thing that are being an abstract representation of the programs. So to represent the abstract representation of that particular program, the flow graphs are being flow graphs are going to play a major role here. So any question, whatever the question about a program, can be cast into a equivalent question about a appropriate flow graphs. The most software development, testing, and debugging tools use flow graphs analysis techniques. So here by from this we can say that the most software development, testing, and debugging tools use the flow graphs analysis for these techniques. So when it comes to the path products, normally the flow graphs are used to denote only the control flow connectivity. Here in this control flow connectivity, the simplest way that we can give to link is the name. Here by using these link names and weights, here we are having two types of arithmetic expressions here, which is going to denote with the set of possible paths from entry to the exit of the flow graph here. So even if each and every link of the graph can be given, it can be given some name, but this at this each link, the name will be denoted in the lowercase or in the italic letters or in the tracing for the path or path segment, such that through a flow graph, so that we can traverse a succession of that link names, such that the name of the path or path segment that corresponding to those links is expressed naturally by concatenating those link names. For example, if we are traversing the links A, B, C, D and some path, for that name for that path segment, we can say it as a PA. That is, we are going to we are finding the path for that product A. So this name is also, from this we can say that this name is also as a path product. Normally these flow graphs, basically these flow graphs used to denote for the control flow for the control flow connectivity itself, we are going to use this. It is used to denote. So the simplest way we can give to a link is a name. So using the link names as weights, we then convert this graphical flow graph to an equivalent algebraic like expressions, which denotes a set of possible paths here. So every link of the graph can be given a name. Definitely each and every link can be given a name, such that the link name will be denoted by the lowercase italic letters in tracing a path or path segment through a flow graph. Through a flow graph, we can traverse a succession of the link images. So here naturally by concatenating these link elements, for example, if we want to traverse these elements, if we want to traverse the links like A, B, C and D, just like that, if we are going to traverse those links along the same path, the name for that path segment is ABCD, that is PA. So the name is, from this we can, the name is also called as a path product. So here in this next slide, the figure 5.1 show the examples for this path products. Okay. So if you have observed this figure, these are the examples for the path product. These are the links 1, 3, 4. This is first link and this one is second node, and in between them it is having the links from 1 to 3. It is A. That is if it is a path from A to 1 to 2, then we'll write like E, A, C, F, and next path is E, B, D, F. and next one is from this A B D A, from this A also A B D and F, just like that also we can from A. In this figure the example for this path is A F I A B D E, just like that. From where to where we are going to traverse, from that we are going to take that link. So suppose this is the example from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 1 to, if you want to 1 to 2 A B and C. If it is from 1 to 3 directly, that is AC. If it is from 1 to 3 to A B, if we are going to repeat the B multiple times, A B B C, A B B B C, A 4 B C, just like that we are going to represent this path like this. So next one, if this is the example for the path, that is 1 2 3 and 4, so this is A B and D, and next one is A B C and D, and next one is A B C B and D. That is whatever the most number of possible paths that we are getting here. Based upon that most number of possible paths, we are going to take the example of this path. Okay. So when it comes to the path expression, if we consider a pair of nodes in a graph and the set of path between these nodes, from this we can denote the set of paths by the uppercase letters such as x, y. From the next figure we can say that here the members, what is the members that we are going to take here. The members of the path set can be listed as follows, that is A C, A B and C, A B B C, A B B B C, and A B B B C, just like that. Alternatively, the same set of paths can be denoted by AC plus ABC plus ABBC plus ABBBC plus ABBBC, just like that. So the plus sign understood to mean or between the two nodes of the interest. Paths AC or ABC or ABBC and so on can be taken here. So any expression that consists of the path names and or is the expression used for that path and which denotes a set of path between the two nodes is called as a path expression. So by considering this pair of nodes in a graphs and set of paths, what are the set of paths that we are taking between these nodes? From this we can denote the set of paths by the uppercase letter such as x comma y from the figure 5. The numbers of the path set can be listed as follows, that is AC, ABC, ABBC, ABBC, just like that. Alternatively, the same set of paths can be denoted by AC plus ABC plus ABBC plus, just like that. The plus sign is understood to mean or between the two nodes of interest, that is paths AC or ABC or ABBC and so on can be taken. Any expression that consists of the path name or which denote the set of paths between the two nodes is known as a path expression. So from these paths we can say that we are going to denote these types of path expressions here. So if we go for this path products, the name of the path that consists of the two successive path segments is inconveniently expressed by the concatenation or the path product of the segment names. So for example, if x and y are defined as x is equal to a, b, d and e and comma y is equal to f, g, h, I, j, then the path corresponding to x followed by y is denoted by xy is equal to a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h, I, j. That is from starting element to the ending element. That is the path product that we have got there. So the next comma is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and I, J. Similarly, from this similarly we can say that yx is equal to f g h I j a b c d e, and next one ax is equal to a b c d and e, and next one xa is equal to a b c d e and a, and next one x is equal to a b c d e a b c d e. So if x and y represent the set of paths or path expressions, their product represents the set of paths that can be obtained by following the every element of x by the element of y in possible ways. For example, x is equal to abc plus def plus ghi, just like that, and y is equal to uvw plus z, just like that. So whatever the expression in irrelevant to the expression, if we have taken this example, if x comma y represent the path or set of paths, their products represent the set of paths that can be obtained by following the every element of x by the element of y in all the possible ways. Whatever the possible ways that we will get, in all that possible ways we can find that element. So from this, for example, x is equal to abc plus def plus ghi, and y is equal to uvw plus z, just like that. So the name of the path that consists of two successive path segments is inconveniently expressed by the concatenation or the path products of the segment names. So from this, for example, if x comma y are defined as x is equal to a b c d e and y is equal to f g h I j, then path corresponding to x is followed by y, and it is denoted by a b c d e f g h, just like that. Okay. Similarly, y comma x is equal to f g h I b a b c d e, ax is equal to a b c d e, xa is equal to a b c d e a, just like that. So if x and y represent the set of paths or path expressions, their product represents the set of path that can be obtained by following every element of x by any element of y in all the possible ways. All the possible ways we are going to perform the operation of for example, x is equal to abc plus def plus ghi, and y is equal to uvw plus just z, just like that. Then if x comma y is equal to a b c u v w plus d e f u v w plus g h I u v w and a b c z plus d e f z plus g h at z, by that we can get the conclusion like this. Suppose if a link for the segment name is repeated, if the link for the segment name is repeated, that fact is denoted by the exponent. The exponent value denotes the number of recipients here. That is, it is going to represent that a dash is a1 is a power 1 is equal to a square is equal to a into a cube is equal to a, and a power n is equal to a up to n times we are going to represent these elements here. So similarly, if x is equal to a b c d e, then x power 1 is equal to a b c d e, and x square is equal to a b c d e a b c d e, that is a b c d e whole square, and next one x cube is equal to a b c d e a b c d e a b c d e. From this we can write like abcd square abcde square into abcde, or abcde into abcde square, or we can write like abcde cube. Okay. So finally the path product is not a commutative, that is xy not is equal to yx. It is not a commutative, that is xy not is equal to yx, that is the path product is a associative. So if it is associative, the first rule is a into bc is equal to ab into c, that is equal to abc, where a comma b comma c are the path names comma set of path names or the path expressions. So the zeroth product power of the link name comma path product or path expression is also needed for the completeness, and it is denoted by the numeral 1 and denotes the path whose length is 0. That is, the path does not have any links. Here the path, whatever the path that we are using here, that path does not having any links. That is, a power 0 is equal to 1, x power 0 is equal to 1. These are the two paths that does not match any type of links. Okay. So if you taken this path sum, the plus sign, what are the plus sign that we are using here? The plus sign was used to denote the fact that path names were the part of some set of paths. The path sum denotes the paths in the parallel between the nodes, that is the links A and B in the figure 5.1. In this figure 5.1, in the previous figure, and it is denoted by A plus B. Similarly, just like that, whatever the links that we are going to use it here, that is C and D, are parallel paths between the next nodes and are denoted by C plus D. So the set of all paths between nodes 1 and 2, whatever the nodes that we are having, that can be thought of as a set of parallel paths, and it is denoted by EACF plus EADF plus EBCF plus EBDF. Just like that, it is going to be denoted. So here what they have written here, the set of whatever the set of all the paths between the nodes 1 and 2, it can be thought of as a set of parallel paths, and it is denoted by EACF and EBDF. Just like that is going to be written. Now let us see how it will be implemented here. So if x and y are the sets, if x and y are set of paths that lie between some pair of nodes, then x plus y denotes the union of the set of paths. For example, in figure 5.2, if you have observed this figure 5.2, these are the examples of the path sums. That is, here if we have observed this first set, the first set of the parallel paths, what is the set of parallel paths here? Here the first set of parallel paths is denoted by x plus y plus d, and the second set is denoted by u plus v plus w, u plus v plus w plus h plus I plus j, just like that. So the set of all the paths in this flow graph is x plus y plus d into d of g into u plus v plus w plus h plus I plus j into k. Just like that they have written, that is x plus y plus d is the first one, and second one is u plus v plus w plus m into k. So the path is a set in the linear operation. It is clearly complementary and dissociative. So here x plus y is equal to y plus x, and x plus y plus z is equal to x plus y plus z. So from this we can say that x plus y plus z bar. So if you look at into this distributive laws, the product and the sum of the operations are the distributive, and the ordinary rules of the multiplication apply. That whatever the ordinary rules that we are going to follow here, and the ordinary rules of that multiplication apply. That is, if we are going to apply this rule, a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac, and b plus c into d is equal to bd plus cd here. So by applying these rules to the given figures, it is going to yield that e of a plus b into c plus d of f is equal to into a plus b of f is equal to e into ac plus ad plus bc plus bd into f. So from this we can write like EACF plus EADF plus EBCF EBADF, just like that we can write. So if we have taken the absorption rule, if x and y denote the some set of paths, then the union of this set is unchanged consequently. So from this rule 5, x plus x is equal to x, that is absorption rule. If a set consists of the path names and member of that set is added to it, the new name which is already in the set of names contributes nothing can be ignored. So for example, if x is equal to a plus a plus abc plus abcd plus def, then x plus a is equal to x plus a plus x plus abc, that is equal to x plus abcd and x plus def, just like that they have written here. So it follows that any arbitrary sum of identical path expressions reduces to the same path expression. Okay. So these are the rules that we are going to follow here, that are derived from the previous rules itself. That is x power n plus x power m is equal to x power n if n is greater than m, and x power n plus n x power m is equal to x power m if m is greater than n. X power n into x power m is equal to x power n plus m, and x power n into x power x is equal to x power star. X power n into x power 4 is equal to x power 4. X power 4 into x power plus is equal to x power plus itself. 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 into x is equal to x into 1 is equal to x. We have already known these rules in that one. So the following are the preceding set of paths by a path of zero length does not change the set. That is rule 13. 1 power n is equal to 1 power n is equal to 1 power star is equal to 1 power plus is equal to 1. That rule cannot be changed no matter how often we traverse the path of zero length. It is a path of zero length. That is rule 14 is equal to 1 power plus 1 is equal to 1 power star, that is equal to 1, such that the null set of the paths is denoted by the numerical 0, and it obeys the following rules. That is rule 15 is equal to x plus 0 is equal to 0 plus x is equal to x, and the rule 16 is 0 into x is equal to x into 0 is equal to 0. So if you block the paths of the graphs, for a graph has no paths, then there won't be any paths. So up to here we have finished this topic.